Good afternoon. Thanks for taking a few minutes today and joining me. This is a CVC webinar that's being produced strictly for CVC clients. In other words, this is not open to anyone else. This is some of the hottest information I think that each of my clients can use that is going to surely cut waste tremendously, increase profits. It's a total culture of what I'm getting ready to talk about. Today will be the first of two webinars I'm presenting strictly for my clients. Clients are defined as people I've done analysis for, I do training for in-house. That's what a CVC client is. And we're going to talk in part one about the morning meeting. You may have heard of the morning meeting. Some of you are even in process with the morning meeting. I've done SOPs on the morning meeting, and several weeks ago it just became evident that it was not getting out properly. So what I decided to do was I went out and I have filmed some morning meetings to show you how this phenomenal process works. Again, what is the morning meeting for? It's to cut waste in the company. It is a part of lean and is an increase profits. And you've got to come back for part two that I'll be producing after this. It may be a day or two before I get it up. Again, these are in-house for CVC clients only, and I do ask you not to share this video with the webinar with anyone. It is on a specific link, and you know, this is what you guys pay for. It's not going to be free out to others. So what does a daily meeting do? The meeting is there so that we can daily monitor the progress of the company for the day before. It gives us a system of daily tracking, of daily measurement. In other words, we measure each and every day what our previous performance was for the day prior. Now, even after the morning meeting, there's other parts of the system that have to come together that we'll talk about later in the webinar. This webinar is probably going to last less than 30 minutes. You may need to watch part of this several times. You're going to see a couple videos. Watch carefully because you're going to see actual meetings in process at people who are using the system and has developed it, and it is truly making phenomenal difference. What are we tracking? Never more than we can maintain. This is key. Whenever you start a system, you have to maintain the system. Now, we can track and we can measure safety, delivery, profitability, waste, quality, sales. The key thing is to measure and track what you can maintain. If you cannot work beyond 3, then you stay within 3, 4. And when you get past 4, it gets very difficult. Again, the morning meeting is only one part of the total system, as you'll see as we go through this. You got to determine where are we going to hold it. It's highly important it's held at the same place in the same location every single day. Who conducts it? A person that can report and control the meeting. Immensely important. What you're going to see is the company owners are not conducting these meetings. Who attends it? Everyone. Who puts the information together? This is your role as managers by developing up the system to track. So you've got to put your team together, because what this does is you've got to assemble the information daily in order to present it tomorrow. When do we hold it? In the morning. You've got to set this up at a set time. In other words, when you see the time announced, like we hold it at 7 o'clock, 7:55, 8 o'clock. It starts on time with everyone standing there. Repeat, standing, not sitting, not on stools. It's highly important. When do we not do it? You do it every single day. If the person who conducts the meeting is not there, someone has to conduct the meeting in their absence. And with that, we're going to watch a meeting in process. For the first meeting you're going to see, I traveled to Nashville, Tennessee. I was doing a one-day training, but that morning before we started, I asked Mark Stoner, did I have your permission to tape your morning meeting excuse me, to use for educational purposes. And Mark allowed that privilege. So my thanks go out to Mark, and I hope all of you will issue a thank you to him too, because he's letting us come in and see a part of his company. So we're going to switch over to the video, and it will be a video that's going to last about, my guess, 5 to 7 minutes. It's where we're going to be. I actually did not time this. So we're going to the Ashbusters morning meeting at this time. And before that, when the video comes up, I'll stop it just a second so I can make a couple things. Now, as you're seeing, the meeting area is set in the warehouse. You're seeing charts on the wall. You're seeing a flip chart. The gentleman you're seeing here is Chris Adair. He is Mark Stoner's production manager. He conducts the Melee meeting. He conducts it every day. And again, a person who conducts this meeting does not have to be a management person. They've got to be a person that can conduct the meeting, and they've got to hold it to a high level. It cannot get off track. If it does, you lose control. If you lose control, you lose the effectiveness. So with that, let's listen to Chris Adair.
We're at Ashbusters in Nashville, Tennessee, Smyrna, Tennessee, and what we're doing, we're getting ready to watch their morning meeting that starts every morning. This is Chris Adair. He's production manager here, and he conducts the morning meeting. Mark is at a BNI group meeting this morning, networking, so he's not part of this, but this is Mark's crew, and you're going to see an example of how a morning meeting as part of a lean concept is conducted. Chris, all yours, take it.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. Did we have any safety issues or concerns yesterday? Anybody have any add-on sales?
Yeah, I had 300 on Monday. 200 for a cap and 100 for a resurface floor mat.
All right, Jim's on the board. Anybody else?
Expansion for 149.
Anybody else add-on sales? All right, anybody have any return trips today? No pink jobs? Check these from, was Kevin here? All right, those are taken care of so far. So, announcements, we have, of course, Jerry's here. We have Steve Hall from Fireside Distributors. We're going to be teaching some classes here the next couple days. We have Derek Storms, who's going to be coming to work for us starting on Monday, and he's going through these classes. So everybody welcome Derek, make him feel welcome. Anybody having any new van issues? I think Tim's getting ready to get a new van. So,
Hey Chris, the pebble that hit my windshield, the crack is bigger.
we'll get that replaced when we can. All right, guys, that's all I have.
Okay.
Thank you.
And so you see, that's how a morning meeting is done. It's brief, it's concise, goes over a couple things, and what you got here is everybody here ready to go on time, right guys? That's right, guys? What we do is, this is the way we started every morning here at a company that's involved in a lean. Chris does this, and the next step is we do a truck inspection, and what we're going to do is do a truck audit. We walk down the line and see that everybody's got their trucks just like Bob Arbel designed them a year ago, right? See how happy everybody looks. So anyway, appreciate you joining in, and we'll talk to you next time. And as you just saw, that was a morning meeting, and it lasted less than 3 minutes. Less than 3 minutes. Now, they're reviewing, they're collecting their data. What you saw was a clipboard. It was to the left. You saw Chris writing on the clipboard, and what he was doing on the clipboard was noting the things that were coming up, because the clipboard the flip chart has a further use, as we will go into in our second webinar entitled About the Manager's Meeting. So we want to thank Mark for allowing us to videotape his crew. Now we're going to go to another morning meeting. This, I got up early yesterday morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. I got up and traveled to my old friend Charlie Quayle at Chimneys Plus Gutter Solution in Pittsburgh, North Carolina. And I want to thank them for inviting us to join them for their morning meeting. So I'm going to switch over and pull up the Charlie Quayle Chimneys Plus morning meeting. And again, watch what is done, watch the process, look what goes on here.
Okay, we're here at Chimneys Plus and Gutters Plus in Pittsburgh, North Carolina. This is Charlie Quayle's company. He started Lean in 2011. You're going to see the Lean morning meeting is what we're getting ready to go. This is Jeremy Mitchell. He's been conducting this meeting now since 2011. So this is what we're here for. So listen and learn.
All right, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Any safety concerns from yesterday?
Not with us?
Did you guys, it looks like we had 2 delivery concerns yesterday. One was Stevens. It was a job that you were working on first thing in the morning, gutters, and then Tupper was missed due to Stevens. I have on here, incomplete job. Is there a particular reason why you guys were incomplete on that one?
It took us till 4:30 to finish up all the gutters in the downspouts, and all we have left to do is the GG.
So the job took a little bit longer than we had anticipated.
Yes, sir.
There were no quality issues yesterday, no phone calls for that. The cost yesterday was $14.82, split between 5 crews yesterday. And that's pretty good. We had 5 crews going yesterday, and we're bringing that in. For our cumulative number here for the week, or for yesterday, we brought in $7,142, which brings us up to a cumulative of $122.32 for the month. And right now we're positive above the goal, $10,232. All right, as I said, everything past yesterday just going to be up and up. For cumulative waste tracker, we had 1 delivery issue yesterday. Tupper, where we didn't actually make it to the job, so it was a missed appointment. That was $270, which brought us cumulative for the month. We've had $1,890 worth of delivery. We're still positive $3,610 on that.
What I was noticing yesterday, just with these numbers, and when you have this much activity, we're moving faster than we normally move throughout the year. But to have this much work going on with that little waste is really a sign that things are working well. So it's hard to believe we got that much revenue coming in with that little waste. Good job, guys.
I think that's all we've got. Everybody's got biscuits. Team celebrations earlier in the week. One more reminder here. We finished up October Saturdays pretty strong. Everybody got some stuff taken care of. We're on track for November still. So we're the first 2 Saturdays of the month, which one is this weekend. We're going to be working on getting that stuff scheduled today. Just want everybody to be aware. It's the first 2 Saturdays of the month is what we're all committed to. If that needs to be changed, it's 2 weeks in advance notice, and then let the ladies in the office know that they need to move it on the schedule. Cool? All right, have a great day.
And guys, that's how fast the morning meeting goes. It's concise, it's very pointed. You saw Charlie make one comment into it, edited, Jeremy conducted the meeting. It's very important this is done so you're aware. Prior to this meeting, trucks were being loaded. I arrived here about 30 minutes prior to 7 o'clock, and trucks have been loaded, everything's going, and now we're ready to go to work for the day. Right, guys? Yes, is that all you got? Give me a right, guys. Come on. Right, guys. There you go. Appreciate it.
Now, as you can see, that meeting lasted less than 4 minutes. 4 minutes. And in 4 minutes, we have now reported our financial condition, the mistakes we had the day before. We collected the data. Look at the waste factors. If you notice, what Charlie has on the board is his goal maximum waste account, and they keep up with their waste and have a goal per month and what the maximum waste will be. And this is what's really key here, guys. Waste is often the highest paid employee that you have. So what we have here is we have a report on the previous day, which basically is a measurement. It's a measurement of where we are. We've listed each and every issue, but this is the only beginning of the meeting process. If you notice the data that was collected, what they do at this point is we take the data and now we derive the solutions. But folks, you're only beginning the journey. Part 2 will be on the managers meeting. And what I also did is I have videotaped Chimneys Plus managers meeting. So what you're going to see is going to give you further solutions. Now here's the key. Can you afford 3 to 5 minutes every day to get the message across? Can you afford 3 to 5 minutes to get everyone ready to rock and roll at the same time? It's key that trucks are ready to roll before the meeting is held. It's key that everyone is there to standing at the right positions. It's key that you have the data ready to collect. It's key that you control the meeting. It's key everything else, and you have to practice and practice. It does no good to institute and change systems unless you can maintain the systems. So the 2 companies I've shown you have done remarkable steps in lowering waste. And what this is doing is driving profit dollars to the bottom line. And that's truly what it's all about. So again, this is only part 1. I'm going to suggest that you pull your key people together and you watch this meeting jointly. You look at the process. Go back and review the SOP I've shared with you previously on the morning meeting. Charlie's adapted his morning meeting from when he first started because I had actually observed this prior, and he has adapted. You'll see he's changed to an area to do it, and it's truly phenomenal, but the key is the results. He maintains and then moves forward. Mark the same way. We maintain it, we improve it, and guess what? The bottom line, the profit dollars, that's where it shows the difference. So this completes part 1. I'm going to try to hang part 2 in the next few days and get it up. Again, this is a private webinar. This is only being offered, and I ask your cooperation to not share the link with this with anyone else, because then your competition may just get it. This is something you want to keep inside for use. In closing, I want to thank every one of you for being my clients. Your clients, my clients mean the world to me. So I thank you for being there with me. I thank you for being there for me. And I look forward to the next time I speak to each of you. As always, you know where I'm at. Let me know I can help you reach your dreams. That is my mission. Have a good one, folks. Talk to you later.